So this morning we celebrate the memorial of Saints Charles Lwanga and companions, also known as the Martyrs of Uganda. And as said at the beginning of the Mass, the Martyrs of Uganda are the patron saints of the Laity in Africa. And that is why today, after the Kyrie, if you realize, although today is not a feast, quote unquote, nor a solemnity, we sang the GLORIA. The church has said that the GLORIA be sung to celebrate our gift given to us by God as lay faithful. And the Martyrs of Uganda should be examples for us in faith. The Martyrs of Uganda are 45 men who were killed for their faith. 23 were Anglicans, 22 were Catholics. There was a king for the kingdom of Mugunda, and this man, King Mutesa, had great affection for Christianity. And during his reign, he allowed missionaries, for us Catholics, the missionaries of Africa, the congregation that the Bishop of Wa, the new bishop, is part of, and Cardinal Bawo was also part of. They came right up from 1879, were preaching, baptizing, and all that. Now, King Mutesa died. And when King Mutesa died, his son, Lwanga, was made king. And Lwanga was, one, a gay, homosexual, and also a pedophile. And when he became king, he had aggression for Christians because, of course, his corrupt ways were spoken against by the Christians. So there was an Anglican bishop, Bishop Hannington, who came on a visit to the kingdom, and the king got him assassinated. When this bishop was killed, there was a man, the head of the pages in the court of the king, Joseph Mukasa. He said, no, this is bad. You can't do that. Why should you kill a bishop? Because he preaches against your ways. As he was talking himself, he was also arrested. And on the 15th of November 1885, he was killed. Also killed in a special way. Beheaded. In fact, his head was cut. After that, Charles Lwanga was asked to take over his position as the head of the pages. And when Charles Lwanga, of course, at the time, Joseph Mukasa was kind of an influencer. They all liked the way he talked to them about the new faith that had come and all that. So they said, hey, if our master has been killed like this, the problem has come. And he was teaching them catechesis. So quickly, St. Charles Lwanga spoke to the other pages and other boys who were being trained by Mukasa. The way things are going, we should know that things can happen in the future. So quickly they went to a priest, a missionary of Africa, and said, Father, baptize us. Because the journey will not be easy. The priest, there were over 100 boys. The priest baptized them. And they went back to the court of the king. And then again, King Lwanga, just as he was doing, was trying to, pounce on these little boys. And Charles Lwanga said, no, you cannot abuse these boys. Spoke to them not to give themselves to the king. And this angered him. He said, hey, all the boys, go and kill them. If you tell them that they are about to die and they are able to renounce their faith, let them come back. And they moved them on a journey where the current shrine is more than 2-3 days. And as they were going, Matthew Kalemba, I'm told, said, oh, for him, he has already been saved by God. His body, they can do whatever they want to do to it, but his soul will go to heaven. They said, I'm told the executioners, they caught him and cut him into pieces like lamb chops. You see, chops. They killed him and left his body there so that the other boys would become afraid and renounce their faith. Instead, they rather got their faith stronger and said, no, we are not going to give ourselves up to the enemy. They continued their journey and they got to the place where they were to be killed. They tied them, told them to renounce their faith. They said no. So on the 3rd of June 1886, it was Ascension Day, they were bent gradually, not just boom. No, they started from their toes. Change your mind. These people had faith. They said no. And you know them, Saint Mugaga, Saint Kizito, say Young and Brave. I mean, all of them, they were killed, burnt alive. Yesterday, Saint Charles Lwanga, they were walking in the rain. I said, yes, that is the faith of Charles Lwanga, the parish at Abeka. That is the faith. That is what Charles Lwanga did. He died for the faith. And that is why Pope Francis in 2015 said that indeed, when he went to Uganda, said that yes, this is an ecumenism of blood. Ecumenism, you know ecumenism, that we shall all be what? One, all the Christian denominations, one in faith to God. He says, how beautiful that Catholics and Anglicans were killed. And that's why he says that it was an ecumenism of blood. Of course, Pope Paul VI, who canonized them in 1964, also went there in 1969. And our own Pope John Paul II also went there in 1993. Let the lives of these young men, it is said that the oldest among them, the oldest, some will say 26, some will say 30 years. So imagine, the oldest among the martyrs of Uganda, let us even give the person 30 years. They were able to go through this. And this is not 300 AD matter. That is just 19th century here in Africa. And if they were able to do this, we can do better. Let us be strong in faith. Persevere in faith. Persecutions are there for us, but with God on our side, we shall be victorious. Amen.